This is Varun Agarwal, Senior Associate Editor at ETCIO, and I welcome you all to today's webinar brought to you by ETCIO in partnership with HPE. And today we are talking about triumphing your toughest cloud challenges. Now, as you know, enterprises are changing their approach towards the cloud. A hybrid model eradicates the limitations of public and private clouds and unfolds new business streams. When the hybrid cloud is combined with the public cloud and private cloud, it creates a seamlessly blended infrastructure. So in this context, today's webinar will help you gain best practices from the industry experts on cloud, providing cloud optionality in support of application workloads. So without further ado, let me introduce you to our speakers for today. Our first speaker of the day is Ranganath Sadasiv, who's the CTO Hybrid IT at HPE. Welcome, Ranganath. Second speaker of the day is Sandeep Kumar Gupta, who's the pre-sales country head at HPE. Welcome, Sandeep.
Thanks, Varun. Thanks for the introduction.
Our session of the day with a small presentation from Ranganath. Ranganath, over to you.
It's a nice day to talk about cloud and the challenges around it. And I'm based out of Bangalore, and it's been pretty cloudy this today. The weather has been gloomy for some time. When I talk about cloud, the significance of cloud is very, very important. We see cloud to be an area where innovation really happens. We feel cloud is a very important aspect in anybody's strategy, but not everyone is uniformly enabled from a cloud perspective. There's several challenges. Some of that is what I'm trying to portray here. Could be something like the cost that is related to the cloud. It could be the security aspect that we're talking of. Some of that can be pure vanilla regulatory norms that really impact your cloud strategy, right? As we move ahead and see several other things also crop up when you look at a cloud strategy. It could be in terms of whether your organization is really for a cloud strategy. Do you have the right talent to do that? So these are the several aspects that cloud as an enabling technology has certain limitations, or as we see, has certain kinds of limitations. But frankly, if you look at cloud today, I strongly believe that it is a very, very impactful technology that's going to play a major role in terms of how we really deliver our IT for the next generation. And if I look at that, Varun made a mention of this saying the world is becoming truly hybrid. The barriers of the data center are broken. We are essentially seeing a data center which is well and truly behind your premises. It could be cloud, or it could be even beyond that. And what people have realized that cloud is not a destination, but it is that experience of cloud that you would want to incorporate into all the resources that you have. So in that context, it's just not a destination; it's an experience. And today, while I talk about cloud, you might be aware that many organizations today deal with not one cloud vendor, but with multiple cloud vendors. They could have clouds which are spanning across multiple vendors as well. So the world of multi-cloud is what is really today an available modus operating model for all of us. In fact, in a country like India, we see something like close to about two cloud models being available with customers, and they're dealing with two cloud vendors at least. So when I look at all of this, I realize that cloud becomes a very important aspect for all organizations, and somebody has to make the transformation, right? Most of the times we feel that this transformation is something that is a very large one. It is associated with a large cost. But by the virtue of looking at several organizations and understanding how a good cloud strategy can be developed, how a good hybrid cloud strategy can be developed, we have figured out that within the cost structures that you have, if you're able to drive the right cloud mix, whether it is keeping something on-prem or taking it to the public cloud, or if you look at the assets that you have within your domain and you accelerate or do a cloud transformation there, this could be as good as actually paying for itself, right? So that's the kind of value prop that we see. So if anybody is looking at a cloud strategy, I think they should really look at cost being one aspect of it, but cost can be managed in a way and fashion that in total you're getting as many benefits or more. When I look at that kind of a transformation, there's several ways a hybrid cloud journey could happen, right? You could accelerate your public cloud adoption. You could build a private cloud where everything is pretty much, as you would want from a cloud environment. You could optimize your cloud deployments, or you could essentially free up a lot of capacity for a cloud transformation, right? So in all of these use cases that you see, you will find HP playing a very, very big role in being one of the partners who will enable this to happen. And when you're looking at this transformation, we not only bring in the technology that is needed, we bring in the right kind of people, the experience, who will essentially navigate the road for you, the economics that makes sense for you as well, right? If you want to do a transformation, it should be the cost envelope, and that is what we try and bring together, the three aspects of technology, people, and economics. Then is when it becomes a very successful way of doing things. So what we have done by the experience of being across clouds as well, and that could be a cyclical exercise depending on the value of the data that you have, depending on the value of the application that the business sees. Uh, from an HPE perspective, we understand hybrid, and we said hybrid is the word some years ago. And our entire strategy has been to deliver that experience to you. What we bring together as part of that from a technology stack and a deliverable stack are these. First of all, we bring a completely composable platform, which means that is it's malleable, ductile, it can do whatever you would want. It is completely automated. It is completely driven by artificial intelligence. Because it's going to be complex, you're going to be having workloads across the board, you need to have it AI driven. We build in the security that's absolutely needed in a heterogeneous environment like this, whether it is to move out into public cloud or come back into a private cloud environment. And underneath all of that is the data platform that delivers that, which is very, very intelligent. It understands the nature of your data and needs of data and manifests itself in all your application usages. We give you the flexibility of using all of this in various modes, whether it's bare metals, containers, or virtual machines. Containers is really taking off now, and a lot of them speak about it. And the underlying infrastructure around this is the traditional ones, that runs all data centers, that runs all clouds in the world, whether it's the server elements, the storage elements, and those kind of things. And what we do to get you that cloud experience, that hybrid cloud feeling for you, is to deliver all of that as a service. This is could be something that is there for you, but the dynamics in which it reaches you is more as it is in the cloud. So you're going to use that as you want. You will pay for your usages. The management of this entire infrastructure is done by HPE. We call that GreenLake. And the trending across the globe, as we see, as maturity of people using public cloud and private cloud goes, they're more kind of emerging towards as a service models. Today, a lot of this being delivered as a service. And that's what HP did, a few years ago. In fact, we are perhaps the first enterprise class as a service vendor who have come out with delivering almost 17 to 18 services. So that is part of what we can do today. So key use cases, when you look at an hybrid cloud today, it could be moving of your data. We see applications tied to a lot of data. And if you want data mobility to happen, the hybrid environments really help there. If you're looking at virtualization, if you're looking at containers, all of them really come into play, delivering the right kind of insights, right kind of application for a digital transformation that is needed. So why HP? We feel we are really an unbiased partner. We have no stake in terms of whatever public cloud environments that's there. So we look at the expertise that we have, which is world class. We have close to about 1,000 plus successful migrations done. So that's the kind of expertise that we have to make a transition, guide a transition for you. We have also looked at how we do this. The cost economics of this is where we have found out, if done well, we are able to actually ensure that the entire migration activity is funded by itself. We look at an X spend, we ensure the spend is X, but still you would have transformed through a hybrid cloud journey. And as I said, the entire platform of choice that we have, and our recommendations will all be open. It will ensure that it is completely hybrid. So that is how we kind of value propose ourselves to our customers. It's an unbiased view of it. Your needs will dictate how we deploy that, and we do that as beautifully as we can. In terms of how we can take a step ahead and walk the talk with you, we have a lot of expertise that's coming our way. which will help you make a move into the public cloud. Or if you are looking at a private cloud that you would want to build, we have that expertise as well, which is very much a public cloud, but it is only for you. If you have some deployments and you're looking at optimizing them, we are there as well. And in terms of doing all of this, we ensure that we are freeing up a lot of capacity for your people, and it could also be your capital, so that they can focus on the core activities that they should be doing, right? So this is an overall premise under which a lot of hybrid cloud activities are happening today. I know the market within the country has a cloud strategy for every organization, but it is the next steps that they will have to take which becomes very important. In terms of unraveling furthermore on this, from a technology standpoint, I spoke a lot about of an overall coverage of that. I would want to invite Sandeep Kumar Gupta. He's our pre-sales country lead for compute, as introduced earlier. Sandeep, over to you.
Thanks for introduction. Like rightly explained by Ranga sir during the first half of the session. Now in the next part of this session, let's talk about what are the different platform of choices which HPE can offer to you to build your own private or a hybrid cloud solution. So some of the top reasons for choosing a hybrid cloud remains simple, and it is driven from some of the studies that has been done across the industry. Around 69% of enterprises have a hybrid strategy today. They have at least minimum two public clouds which they want to explore. It could be a combination of private plus public cloud, or it running out of straight away from a public cloud itself. So a lot of these things, they meet regulatory compliances, policy requirements. They wanted to speed up their system. They want to be first to the market. They wanted to have a better uptime. Those are some of the major reasons why most of the organizations are adopting a hybrid cloud strategy today. So some of these solutions which we have for offer today, and the first of them is HP Ezmeral system, which is for private or a hybrid cloud solution. So HP Ezmeral is an introduction from HPE for a container platform. This is industry's first enterprise grade Kubernetes based completely open source containerized platform that can run both cloud native as well as non-cloud native applications. It's a true hybrid cloud in the sense that you can run either on-premise or out of public cloud or even at the edge. So whether it is running out of any of those situations, one complete solution to help you into your environment. That's HP Ezmeral Container Platform. And the important part of this is completely an open source based, and then you can deploy it wherever you want. You can deploy in a different manners. It could be a bare metal, containerized, or even in a virtualized way. The HP Ezmeral Container Platform, to give you a small brief about it, comprises of the following. From the storage perspective, we have something called as Global Data Fabric that provides you a unified storage kind of features like NFS, SDFS, S3, etc., that you want. We can also connect to an external storage that you might have today. So it's completely open in that sense. And like I said, it's completely Kubernetes based orchestration that runs around it, along with some of the USPs that we bring along from an HPE standpoint perspective. And then on top of it, you have different solutions available today, whether it is in different terms of big data analytics, the AI ML solution, the app modernization, or even for a CI/CD kind of a pipeline platform. So any kind of workloads, container driven HP Ezmeral container platform is the option of choice. The important thing is it provides a simplified configuration, all certified across the different infrastructure choices. Intel Xeon processors are the ones which are powering this, whether it is the different series of Intel Xeon processor like second generation Intel Xeon processor scalable family, which has platinum, gold, silver, different categories available to you. So based on the different types of workload, you can pick and choose which workload is good for your environment. Another important thing which we talked about in the first part of the session is HP is an open, unbiased partner in the hybrid cloud. Not only we provide the HP Ezmeral container platform, we also provide world-class public and private cloud expertise with over 1,000 plus engineers who are certified, and they are supporting these cloud initiatives from different organizations. According to this, we also provide different ways and means to consume these resources. For example, we have different solutions like a green lake model, which is a pay-per-use kind of solution. So you can have it as an OPEX model, or as an CAPEX model, or as a pay-per-use kind of a model. The advantage is you can have a better cloud economics at your own premise. And like I said, we are open, we are hybrid, and we collaborate with multiple different partners who provide the hybrid cloud solutions. So some of these partners are the VMware. The VMware provides a VMware Cloud Foundation, which I hope most of you would be aware of. VMware Cloud Foundation is one of the hybrid cloud solutions available in the industry. So we collaborate with VMware for the VMware Cloud Foundation solutions. Generally, it was initially made on a virtualized platform, but with the help of VMware Tanzu coming in, now with the VMware Cloud Foundation, we can run containers as well as virtual machine under one single umbrella and manage all of them together. The next in the league is the Azure Stack, which is a Microsoft-based solution for hybrid cloud. So Microsoft Azure Stack is an on-premise private cloud available to you on your premise, which connects directly to Azure public cloud to give you the public cloud offering. And together with this, we have the hybrid cloud solution offering from Microsoft. And then we also have a Google option, Google hybrid cloud solution called as Google Anthos. So Google Anthos is, again, like I said, you can run it on premise, you can connect to the Google public cloud, and can have a hybrid cloud solution in place. So HP collaborates with all of these vendors to deliver you the hybrid cloud solution offering. Let's get into detail about each one of them and see what all we have for an offer. So from an HP and a VMware Cloud Foundation perspective, which is the hybrid cloud solution along with a VMware, together with HP and VMware, we can not just only deliver the virtual machines, we can also do containers on this single platform. This can actually go on premise, off premise. You can expand onto different public clouds offering that is available today. And like I said, one single unified solution to give you a single way to consume, to use, to manage your resources at any given point in time. And like I said, the way the infrastructures have evolved over the course of time, the world has gone towards composability. So when I say what is a composability, composability is basically a combination of resources, which includes your compute, storage, network, composable infrastructure, which is provided by HPE, combined together with VMware Cloud Foundation, gives it a best possible choice available today in the industry to build any hybrid cloud solution on the premise. And you can burst it out of any of the public clouds. So VMware runs out of AWS, so you can have a hybrid cloud solution between VCF on-premise and a VMware cloud running out of AWS. So what it does, it provides you faster innovations, consistent operations. So when I say this, the objective is you run onto your premise the composable infrastructure, which is a combination of resources like compute, storage, network put together. All these resources are consumed using something called as the software-defined intelligence, and this software-defined intelligence provide the unified API. So the benefits that is delivered along with this are greater flexibility. It provides you more agility and obviously increase in operational efficiency. HP Synergy is the composable platform that is delivered today from HPE. So HP Synergy together with HP VMware Cloud Foundation delivers you the hybrid cloud expertise on your premise, which can burst out to any of the public clouds available today. So some of the advantages of using them together, the automation becomes faster. It provided with 5x better, faster deployment time using this. And it also automates a lot of processes because in the lifecycle management within a VCF, now you not only can see the software layer, you can actually take the complete control of the hardware from the one single management layer itself. It's a validated solution stack, completely tested, certified solution available to you. The entire management is integrated to give you a complete lifecycle automation. And like I said, you have multiple choices of consumption. You can put it in a GreenLake way, which is a pay-per-use as a service model managed by HPE, or you can have it in a point next services way, delivered at your premise, managed by yourself, deployed by HPE. The next in the solution available today is HPE Microsoft Azure Stack. So Microsoft came out with Azure as a public cloud offering, and onto the premise they have something called as Azure Stack. So HPE and Microsoft collaborated together. We also have some of the integrations available within the management layer, which is the OneView, which is running out of on-premise infrastructure along with the Azure environment. And like I said, HP has Azure experts which are MSP certified. So HP is also a cloud technology partner for Microsoft. So we can deliver complete end-to-end cloud solution from HPE for Azure. And like I said, what all we do from an HPE client, which is running the Azure stack, we provide multiple configuration options. That means you can start with as low as a 4-node configuration. You can go up to 16 nodes. You can expand it into larger cloud solutions. There are unified APIs that are available. With the unified APIs integration, you can integrate with Azure Stack to have the complete control of the entire system in place. Multiple packaging options, like I talked about, the pay-per-use model or an CapEx model, all of them are available to you. It's an integrated system, managed one, built in the factory, ready-made, tested, all one option available to you at your own premise. And like I said, all of them is clubbed together with an unmatched security via HP Silicon Root of Trust. So HP Silicon Root of Trust is the pioneer security solutions from HPE on its hardware platform, and it is supported by and certified by Cyber Catalyst, which is a third-party agency for the certification. So HPE is the only vendor who is a Cyber Catalyst certified solution in this industry. So what does the HP Silicon Root of Trust does? It helps you protect, detect, and recover from any kind of firmware attacks into your environments. So typically, usually what we have seen, the attacks are not from outside, attacks are from within. So Silicon Root of Trust helps you detect from those kind of attacks which are happening from within by putting the signatures right at the silicon, so that whenever the system boots up or whenever the system are running in, they constantly keep checking about any kind of these kind of threats that can happen. So three things it does: it helps you during the boot time, it helps you during the run time, and in fact it can also help you recover from those kind of attacks. So that's where the security with HP Silicon Root of Trust comes in with any of these solutions. Another important aspect for a cloud requirement is the storage. So there are two types of storage offerings that we have in for today. One of them is more of the backup to the cloud offering. So if you want to do a long-term retention, you don't want to store it on the local systems, you can do a backup to the cloud using a cloud bank. This is an HP service where you can do a backup to a cloud, and it is available to you as low as $0.001 per GB per month kind of a cost for you. And we have this integrated management GUI available to you so that you know where your data is, how much you are consuming, and you can think about where you want to keep your data. The next is the cloud volumes. The cloud volumes is very, very important. It helps you move your storage across different cloud platforms. For example, if I have a cloud in Azure and I have some storage available there, can I seamlessly move my storage from Azure to an AWS? Answer is yes, using HP Cloud Volumes. So HP Cloud Volumes helps you do that. As of today, this kind of functionalities like Cloud Volumes is available across Singapore, US, and multiple various sites are available across the globe. So we have this offering if you want to move your storage across multiple clouds. The next is the storage or the solution for Azure services in a harshest of the environment, like secure edge on an edge devices. So HP has built a solution called Azure Stack for edge deployments, and this is a ruggedized solution which comes with a rack which has cooling within, and you can put up the ruggedized systems which are IP55 enabled. They also have a NATO certifications for those kind of environments. The advantage of these kind of solutions is these have a small footprint. They can run on any kind of power supply. They can run on a DC power supply. This is a pre-engineered system. You have data at the edge. You may not need to bring all your data to the cloud. So typically what used to happen earlier is you collect all your data and you used to send it directly to the cloud. And all the AI kind of environment used to happen on the cloud. Now with the help of this kind of solutions, you can directly have your data center at the edge itself, and you can do it AI right at the edge itself, rather than bringing all your data onto the public cloud. Like I said, space reduction, it improves the design, low installation cost, very effective for the solution. So HP has collaborated with ABB to provide the solution, and along with the Rital based solutions to deliver this kind of solutions for you. The another important edge-based solution is the problem with respect to the latency. So like I said, whenever you're capturing your data on the edge and you are sending all your data to the cloud, the challenge with this is the latency. What is the time it will take for data to travel to the cloud, and how much time you will take to do an AI on top of it. What if you can have a system like HP Edgeline 8000, which is a kind of a data center in itself, which is as small as like a 10U or a 6U of a chassis. So what happens is you can run everything at your own location. This can handle higher temperature zones, higher humidities, and can be a very good solution on premise. And you can run Azure stack on the premise. And if you further require, this can connect to the Azure public cloud to send in all your data to the public cloud. So this is again one of the unique solutions that we have. Also with Azure Stack, HP and Azure or Microsoft have built something like innovation or the data centers. These innovation centers are typically where we do a lot of activities like technical planning, the POCs, some testing if needs to be done. These kind of centers are available both with Microsoft and HP together. Okay, so why HP and Microsoft together? We have more than 30 plus years of partnership. We have been working together as a cloud technology platform vendor. So we are a CTP for Microsoft. We can provide an integrated management solution, not just for infrastructure, but for an entire cloud solution. It's an industry leading security solution. It's based on the system which are highly secure, and they are certified to be most secure system in the industry. Like I said, it's completely flexible, and the configurations can be made built as per the demand. The next in this category is the Google Cloud Anthos. Like I said, the third in the solution is Google Cloud Anthos. HP and Google Cloud collaborated together. We deliver the true hybrid cloud. We offer it in a different forms like an as a service model or on premise. So that's where we both collaborate and provide different solutions around this. Just to give you an idea what's a Google Cloud Anthos is all about, Google Cloud Anthos is again a containerized solution. It runs on top of a virtualized platform. So one application you can modernize, and that will help you modernize your existing application. So you can test your application, modernize your application. You can build once and then you can run it anywhere you want. So you build it on premise using Google Anthos, then you can easily move it to the public cloud and do whatever you want. This solution of Google came out from some of the open source solutions like Kubernetes, ISO, or a Knative kind of solution. So it's completely based on open source. And like I said, you can run the HP storage on premise, and then you can have HP Cloud Volumes to move your data on premise to a public cloud seamlessly. And in fact, you can actually move it from Anthos to AWS or to Azure, wherever you want. From an HP perspective, we have three different platforms that we have available today. So one is the hyperconverged platform called HP SimpliVity. This is a hyperconverged platform, and we can run a Google Cloud Anthos on top of it, which gives you a flexibility of running virtual plus containers both together under the Google Cloud as a platform. We also have an option of running it on a disaggregated HCI platform, which means that I can independently grow my compute and storage into this environment, which is called as HP Nimble Storage DHCI. It's again another independent platform that we have for a larger scale environments. It's a perfect choice for Google Cloud Anthos as a solution. And then I was talking about the composability. The HP Synergy is a composable platform. We can run composable platform HP Synergy with Google Cloud Anthos to deliver you the same public cloud or a hybrid cloud kind of an expertise. This is what I was talking about. The SimpliVity with Google Cloud gives you the container-based deployment, unified data management. It helps you deploy a system faster. Very effective for a test and dev environments who quickly keeps changing their VMs, their containers, and they want to test a lot of their applications. Very good use cases. Most of our 65% customers are typically using it for this kind of platforms. For most of the other larger platforms, it's where the people generally look for the other solutions like HP ProLiant with Nimble or a DHCI kind of solutions, wherein you can run public cloud environment on a private cloud infrastructure. That means you can run it on premise or you can move it to the public cloud. Same kind of experience, same kind of features is all available to you. And like I said, where HP stands apart from any other vendors today, one, we provide the multiple data replication features. I talked about the cloud volumes. I talked about the cloud bank. It provides you better resiliency. It provides you different options like disaggregated HCI was one of the solution. I talked about composability as another way of doing it. So these are some of the unique capabilities. The AI powered analytics where HP InfoSight comes in and helps you provide the AI driven analytics and recommendations for your platform. For example, you have a multi-cloud environment. We can help you decide which applications you can run it on premise and which all you can move it to the off premise kind of solutions. A range of platforms and procurement models I talked about. You have an option of composable. You have an option of having the DHCI, which is disaggregated HCI, or a normal HCI. You can have it in a as a service model, or you can have it in a capex model. The last and the final solution that's available is the Micro Focus. The Micro Focus Hybrid Cloud Management HCM. Hybrid Cloud Management provides you a one common management layer. So all of this infrastructure, I can build a private cloud solution using HCM. The another advantage of HCM is that not only you can run a private cloud, you can actually deploy it in a hybrid cloud environment. That means you can manage on-premise, plus you can also deploy it on the public clouds like your AWS or the VMware cloud, or it could be any other cloud like Azure and Anthos as well. So you can decide once and then deploy anywhere. It also has a vast list of application which they have already deployed, certified, tested. So you can pick out of those ready-made templates that they have already prepared. These templates gives you the best practices for different applications. For example, if you want to deploy S4 HANA, so they have a ready-made template for S4 HANA. You just drag and drop and deploy it onto your infrastructure. All the best parts. So from an HPE perspective, we collaborate with Micro Focus for an HCM solution. This is more or less, if I put it, it is a complete hybrid cloud solution in place based on the composable infrastructure. Helps you have something like a DevOps kind of environment. You can choose which container engine you want to do. You can manage it like a software. Everything is a software driven. And the DevOps automation using unified APIs helps you create multiple single environments to manage all of these systems. Another way we can do it is deployment on the HP HCI platform, which is HP SimpliVity. So we can use a HP Micro Focus HCM, the hybrid cloud management solutions for deployment of hybrid clouds on top of HCI, like HP SimpliVity. You can create your own backup. You can actually orchestrate the entire system from one single place. Like I said, you can do cloud brokering and governance. You can do service delivery orchestration. You can have continuous delivery and DevOps kind of solution. All these things comes packaged bundle under HCM. So HCM is one of the very unique solutions in this industry. The Micro Focus HCM, wherein you can run an Azure stack on premise and you can have the services running out of Azure public cloud. It can act like a recommendation engine, which will tell you which application you should deploy where. So under one common service catalog, you can decide which way you want to deploy. So it's like management of management, one complete umbrella. So you can actually play across multiple clouds. It could be Azure, it could be Azure public cloud, it could be AWS, it could be any other cloud that is available today. So one of the very unique solutions, this is HCM, Micro Focus HCM on HP ProLiant for you. And like I said, last in the list is the managed cloud services offering from HPE. So HPE provides the managed cloud service offering across all of the four. For the HP managed cloud services for Azure, we can actually do cost control, we can do compliance monitoring, we can do security governance for you. We can also do remote monitoring, managed services, including provisioning, operating, as well as billing for you. So HPE Point Next acknowledged for doing this, and we have multiple different locations we have implemented this. The another way of doing the same thing is the GreenLake way, wherein you can actually deploy it Azure Stack Hub on premise, and the same Azure Stack Hub can be in the form of an as a service model for you. So that means it will be deployed on your premise, managed by HPE, but you will get one monthly billing cycle, and you can actually consume it as per your requirements. Designed, implemented, operated for you by HPE. Same thing we can do it for a VMware Cloud VCF. We talked about the same thing is available on VCF as well, and the same thing we do with Google Anthos as well on HP infrastructure. So pay per use as a service model, complete public cloud managed by HPE, which is Azure. We can offer multiple different solutions for you for building your HPE hybrid multi cloud or a hybrid cloud kind of solutions. And then HP GreenLake is a very unique solution offering. Like I said, it's a pay-per-use on-premise solution metered using HP tools. We have capacity planning, cost savings. It eliminates the over provisioning. We can do it multi-cloud. We can do it for on-premise. We can do it for clouds like AWS, Azure, or Google Anthos, any one of them. As long as you are enabled for that, we can monitor, run it for you. We have already deployed it for more than 1,000 plus customers across 50 plus countries already. We have unique IPs across these solutions, and we partner with multiple different vendors for these kind of solution offerings for you. And like I said, HP GreenLake is something that we announced approximately 10 years plus back, where we came out with something like as a service on-premise model that used to be part of HP Financial Services at that point in time, and now we are GreenLake is the name for that, and a very unique offering for any of your customers or who is building it. With this, I would like to thank all of you for attending this session. uh, we are open for the Q&A.
Thanks so much, Sandeep. We already have a lot of questions coming in, so I'll take them one by one. So the first question is, gentleman wants to know that he says, I would like to know how you employ data science to optimize performance and support seamless failure of nodes.
Okay, that's about the seamless failure of nodes. Is this with respect to any specific solution?
No, there's no specific solution mentioned.
Okay, so I'll just put it like this. So for the seamless failure of nodes across different solutions, we have something called as which I have not talked about here. If suppose you are going for a GreenLake kind of solution, we do it via HP GreenLake Central. So GreenLake Central does this monitoring across the different solutions like on-premise and on the public cloud. That is in case if you are going for a GreenLake kind of solution. But in case if you're not going for a GreenLake kind of solution, and we are just implementing on the hybrid cloud using, let's say, Azure Stack on-premise and Azure Public Cloud, then these are the functionality which is enabled via this public cloud solutions available from individual vendors, like let's say in this case the Azure for that matter, or in other solution in a VMware case, it's a VCF for that same thing. So that is being taken care within those solutions. There are functionalities available for that.
Excellent. So the next question is about getting more visibility into a hybrid cloud scenario. So the question is, from an operations perspective, what is your view on how to get an end-to-end view of business transactions that cut across public and on-premise data centers?
Oh, great question. I think that's where this kind of solution like HCM or the GreenLake Central, these kind of unique solutions can help you do that. Uh, I understand the question that come across is the problem typically that happens is you might have deployed some applications on premise, you might have deployed some on the public cloud, but you generally do not have the control of the things that's what's happening where. So all of these add-on solutions typically do help. Then in such a situation, we recommend you to go in for these add-on solution like HCM or a GreenLake Central for that matter.
Yeah, it also is one of the largest challenges that we see. When you're looking at a multi-cloud or a cloud plus on-prem or a hybrid solution that is there. for anybody to have a single pane of glass to manage all of your resources, all of your activities. I think the question even talked about how do you relate it to the business apps or related to the business of the organization. So that's a long chain of activity that needs to be done. Today, I would say that there are enough and more solutions to handle the IT piece of it, but in terms of relating that back to the business, there are certain things that can be joined together and made to work.
The next question is specifically coming from a startup, and I'm sure a lot of startups go through this dilemma. So the question is about choosing between a public cloud and a private cloud, or look at a multi-cloud strategy. So what do you think should be ideal for a startup?
Yeah. So it's a good question, and that is a dilemma that many of the startup organizations have. Based on my experience, when startup organizations are small, where they're able to kind of manage with cloud or cloud resources, I think cloud is still the best place to go, in the sense that they are where innovation happen. That is when they need the freedom of just having resources and not really bother about what the IT infrastructure is all needed about. And they work on what is their IP, what is their idea, and create an economy around it. But where we see that startup organizations really have to think is essentially about what would their hybrid strategy be. Because you're that way, if you're born on the cloud, you're in the cloud. But somewhere you will gain a lot of momentum in terms of the data points that you have, the storage that you would have, the number of connections between your applications. That's where you will have to define an hybrid cloud strategy. What we have seen is that at some points of time, organizations go through this. As an example, it could be that they are paying, say, a certain amount to the cloud service providers. They will look at optimizing that. Every service is a cloud is a cost. So you look at all of those and see if you could optimize that and do a right mix of moving some of them perhaps into an hybrid world, and then use the leverage of cloud. So it is a discovery process. From what HPE can do, we have certain services that we deliver. It is called the Right Mix Advisor, where we are able to actually get into your environments, understand the workloads, understand the business needs of those workloads, and then place them in accordance with the needs. So that way, you would be able to kind of define an hybrid strategy. So it is coming from the other end from startups. For large enterprises who are already there, it is looking at cloud and how they adopt a cloud strategy.
I think that's an excellent starting point, because every organization has different requirements. So a blanket solution will not work for anyone, in fact. So getting to understand what you really need is the first and most important point.
Yeah, but you should always think there is a hybrid strategy. Sometimes people just think in one direction, right? Their cloud bills could be going very, very high, and they seem to just pay on and just carry on. But some point you have to look at the possibility. And hybrid is the world, as I said.
Absolutely. So hybrid brings you more choices when it comes to cost, when it comes to flexibility,
Yeah.
and it's good to at least evaluate all these options before you decide to go ahead with any of the particular clouds. So with that, we come to the end of the session. Thank you so much, Ranga. Thanks, Sandeep, for joining us. It was a great presentation from both of you. So with that, we close the session. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. Stay tuned for more such sessions and stay safe.